You guys know how much I hate my digital cluster. It looked cool at the very beginning, and I was like, whoa, M340 and a 435i, cool. And then, of course, the heads-up display didn't work. It didn't work with emissions because it's just a Chinese aftermarket piece of shit. On top of that, it doesn't work with any of the driver safety features that I have. So it's just a consistent, like, bop, bop, bop. I'm terrified, man. Let me justify this. When you're putting a different cluster into a car that is not from that cluster, or the cluster's not from that car, that's when it becomes sketchy. Because that means you have a different coded different VIN to another VIN or code, so it's considered a mileage tamperage or tamperage die. I guess more or less I'm just really scared that something bad's gonna happen. Now again, this is not from another chassis. This is my original analog cluster that I just want my heads-up display back. I want everything to work properly, and also I want the analog gauges because this thing is pretty much a track car at this point. Like, yeah, it's cool, it's for the street, but please don't ever do this. Nobody's ever done this. I'm so scared. Take one last good look, guys, because all these different warning lights are about to go away. Also, keep in mind, 73,092 miles. For anybody who's wondering, 2 T20 screws, thing comes out. Or at least it should. I can't tell you how afraid I am. As long as you don't turn the car on, and you don't, especially you don't drive it, you should be good. Whether or not that's actually gonna be true, I guess we'll find out. I really don't want a tamperage dot on this car, which means that you basically can't sell it. I don't know, man. I think my heart would literally drop if I got that. I don't know what I would do. I just, oh my god, this thing's stuck in here too. Ah. It's gonna be a pain in the royal keister to get out. Chinese aftermarket. Oh. It's actually stuck. Okay, so this is the digital cluster that I got from Amazon. This was like, I want to say the price. It's $750 or $760. It was a lot, and it didn't even work. That, I theoretically still think that even if you were to sell this and like somebody bought it, you could still virginize it. It's just a whole different thing of virginizing. I will gladly admit, if a car just has analog, just stick with the analog because it's meant to show its age. It's also meant to be kind of like a tracky, sporty type of feel. Digitals, if they are in the car already from factory, that's when they're good. So OEM analog cluster will go in, we'll turn on the car. Good thing is, you got an aftermarket steering wheel. These bad boys will fit directly in them. Kidding, because the, nope, I was right. It fits literally so smooth into it. Before I even plug this in, I just want to show you guys like what this, like remind you guys what this looked like. Because this truly is a one-of-a-kind piece of, oh my god, dude, it looks 1,000 times better. Wow, so much better. You got OEM statistics here, so you don't have to really worry about anything. And that was one of the biggest things is for me is that the gas would always consistently change because it was obviously reading off of a sensor to go into a digital format or like some sort of coding, and you know, it wasn't very accurate, versus this one at least is analog, and it's, I mean, as long as your sensors work everywhere else, it should be very accurate. This is, again, obviously the only thing that I wish I got smaller, because everything else I'm like, The thing I don't know is that, say, if I were to switch back to the digital cluster, would that work?
Before we move on to the rest of the video, I want to make it clear to not start the car. All German cars, especially BMW, from what I've noticed is that once that engine turns on, that's when things are becoming permanent. Versus if you were to just give the car power, so just pushing the start-stop button, not with the brake pedal, then that's when you're sort of in the clear. But as you're gonna see is that I didn't even get to start the engine.
The original BMW logo. Sweet. My heart's racing. I'm shaking so much. What's it gonna say? Nope, it didn't work. It's got 63,197 miles. Well, it looks really good, but that mileage needs to be synchronized. I mean, so that's literally when I took it out, was 63,197 miles, and I got almost 10,000 miles more now.
So any type of BMW digital cluster going to analog or vice versa has to get a mileage synchronization as long as the two are coded to the exact same VIN already. And since this is my situation, my coder told me to just put it in, drive a little bit, and the body control module would automatically update the mileage, which is very much untrue.
Calling BMW. I've unplugged everything, but I haven't taken it out because maybe they would know too. Maybe they'd be like, oh yeah, no, you'll be fine, but I 95% certain that you have to have everything coded no matter what, even if it's the same VIN. Good thing is this isn't like a hard upgrade to do, so there's that. It does just suck that like we got to this point. Just live vicariously through me.
Sorry about that. How may I help you?
Hello, I got a really strange question here. So I retrofitted a digital cluster to my BMW. It worked phenomenally. I still have the original analog cluster from the car from when I took it out. But my question is to you is that if I were to put the OEM analog cluster in with the heads-up display and all this stuff, there is a mileage discrepancy of about 10,000 miles. Would it be true if you start driving a little bit that the body control module would end up updating that, or is that something that needs to be coded?
Let me try to get you over to an advisor.
Okay. Why do I do this? Stop doing everything you see on YouTube, okay? Live through me. Hey, this is a strange question, but I had retrofitted a digital cluster to my 2015 435i, and I have the OEM analog cluster, but I was wanting to switch it back. The question that I have for you is that if I were to switch it back, does it need some sort of coding? Because there is about a 10,000 mile difference between the two.
Yeah, so when you restore back the old, you have to do the programming and then we can correct the mileage. So roughly, if you install yourself, if you're able to get the car started, great. You can bring it to us for programming, thing like that, about 500.
It's 500?
If you want to, yeah, 500 for the reprogram coding and then correct mileage, yeah. If you want us to install, it's going to cost even more.
No, it wouldn't be installed. It's just...
And just to make sure that I heard the BMW mechanical supervisor, I asked him the question again if the body control module would readapt to the mileage, and this is what he said.
It does need coding, so there's no such thing as you drive it, say like 2 miles, and the body control module would update.
No, anytime you replace the cluster, you have to program it regardless. And then we have to go back and then correct the data, change the mileage to match to whatever the ECU have.
That ain't good. Alright boys, well let's hope and pray that this one... I didn't turn the engine on, that's the good part. Never turn the engine on. Always turn the ignition on first.
So I think what I'm learning from this video is just don't go so overboard on modifications for your car. If they seem cool, do a lot of research into them and make sure there is a way to go back in case you don't like it anymore. Just like the digital cluster, man. It ain't worth it.
Moment of truth. Okay, I'm not gonna... Bad idea. Okay, well, back to normal.